Oh, Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayoshritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Taking shelter at the lotus feet of Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, the teacher of the universe, Jagadguru Sri Ramakrishna, I offer my salutations again and again. With salutations to the Jagadguru Sri Ramakrishna and our mother Sri Sarada Devi, we continue our learnings of what Sri Ramakrishna is teaching us. In the previous session, Sri Ramakrishna taught us about the 5 different types of attitudes that we can approach the Lord. The idea is to become one with the Lord, to go and sit on the Lord's lap. Now, Sri Ramakrishna taught us about those 5 attitudes, the Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Madhurya, and Vatsalya Bhav, the 5 attitudes, the Bhav. But Sri Ramakrishna says, my natural attitude is that of a child. He loved to approach the Divine Mother as a child. And he indeed got the results out of it. Any doubt, any problems, Sri Ramakrishna used to run to the temple of Ma Bhavatarani and talk to her. What should I do? I don't know what to do. Mother, please guide me. And Mother used to answer all those queries. Mother used to clear all those doubts and guide her child in a proper way. So Sri Ramakrishna says the purest form of attitude of approaching the Lord, the Divine Mother, is become her child. You are the safest then. And like the mother, she takes care of everything. The little child does not know to do anything else than relying on its mother. That is the total sharanagati, the total surrender. Child knows only whenever I cry, my mother will come and she will take care of all my problems. She will guide me through. So that is the attitude of child that Sri Ramakrishna always suggests, he always teaches. And then Sri Ramakrishna continues his teaching. Now this is on another day, again in the company of his beloved Narain and M and other householder devotees. And Sri Ramakrishna says that what matters most is one must meditate upon the God. One must take up any attitude that you want, but try to get closer to the God. And Sri Ramakrishna says, in meditation, one must be absorbed in God. If you are a servant, you are approaching God as a servant, totally get absorbed in that attitude. If you are approaching God as a parent, totally get absorbed in that attitude. And he says, by merely floating on the surface of the water, can you reach the gems lying at the bottom of the sea? In this divine ocean, Sri Ramakrishna says, all the treasure is hidden. Mother has hidden that treasure at the bottom of the sea. So simply by floating on the surface of the water, you won't get anything. For that, you have to dive deep. Dive deep, taking whichever attitude you appeals to you. But still again, as a child is better, Sri Ramakrishna says. So dive deep into that ocean of divinity and catch hold of the treasures that the mother has hidden at the bottom of the sea. Sri Ramakrishna says, and then he sings one song. Sri Ramakrishna used to sing so beautifully. He was a wonderful singer. In fact, Holy Mother herself, she has mentioned about Sri Ramakrishna's singing. She said his voice was so sweet. Having listened to his singing, all other voices just fall flat. There is no voice. And then she of course said Girish also used to sing. Naren also used to sing. But she said Sri Ramakrishna's voice was absolute sweet. So in that sweet voice, Sri Ramakrishna taught his disciples and the devotees. So he sang this song that taking the name of Kali, dive deep into that ocean. That is the song. Dive deep into that ocean. The song says, you may fail once or twice in the initial phases. Don't get disheartened. Be persevering. Keep on diving, and then you will reach the bottom and get those treasures. So, during this process of going to the bottom of the sea to catch hold of mother's treasures, Sri Ramakrishna says there are 6 alligators. 6 alligators who are bound to harm you on this path. And which are the 6 alligators? These are the 6 passions. The passions of lust, anger, avarice, delusion, pride, and envy. All these passions, all these negativities, they will try to rob you of getting that treasure. They will try to harm you. But then the song says that apply the turmeric of discrimination. Put turmeric on your body, and then these 6 alligators, the 6 crocodiles, the 6 passions cannot harm you. The discrimination of the right thought process, what is real, what is unreal, what is good, what is bad, what is shreyas, what is preyas. With that discrimination, with that intellectual playing around, think, and then none of these passions, none of these alligators, none of these crocodiles can ever harm you. Smear yourself with the turmeric of dispassion. The very smell of it will shield you away from the jaws of these passions. So that is how Sri Ramakrishna is now teaching his disciples about how to get to the bottom of the sea, bottom of the ocean, bottom of the ocean of divinity, and fetch the riches that the mother has hidden there. Then Sri Ramakrishna continues the talk that he says you cannot, once having reached the bottom of the ocean of the divinity, ocean of divinity, and grab the treasures of the mother, now you have got mother's blessings with you. Now you can do anything you want in this world. Now you can go and lecture, you can go and teach, you can go and do whatever you want. You are at no risk. There is nothing to harm you having got to those treasures. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, first get to this treasure. Get to all the riches that mother has hidden from you. And then you plunge in the water of the world. Then there is no harm at all. And then Sri Ramakrishna says that what can you achieve by mere lecturing and scholarship without discrimination and dispassion? With discrimination, with dispassion, with non-attachment, only then you can do something in this world. Otherwise, it will have no meaning. Without discernment, what is right, what is wrong, what is real, what is unreal, there is no point getting into this world, as Sri Ramakrishna says. And your words will also not have any effect. They will be just futile words, hollow words they will be, if you don't have the backing of the God. So, first of all, set up God in the shrine of your heart, Sri Ramakrishna says. First of all, set up the shrine of God in your heart. Your heart is the place. Heart is not he's not referring to the physiological heart inside us, which is pumping blood constantly. The Anahata Chakra, the plane of heart, that is what it is called in that line of chakras. So first, put up the shrine. First of all, set up God in the shrine of your heart. And then deliver lectures as you like. Mere repetition of Brahman, Brahman, Brahman is not going to get any results out of your talks, of your lectures, of any of the work that you are doing. First, put God in the shrine of your heart, he says. And then to emphasize this particular point, establishing God in the shrine of heart. Sri Ramakrishna tells a very interesting story. Sri Ramakrishna now he is telling a story. How will mere repetition of Brahman profit you if you are not imbued with discrimination and dispassion? It is empty sound of conch-shell. The conch-shell should sound, create the vibrations, those positive vibrations. What is the use of empty sound of empty conch-shell? And then he told this story. There lived in a village a young man named Padmalochan. People used to call him Podo for short. In this village, there was a temple in a very dilapidated condition. It contained no image of God. The ashwatha and other plants sprang up in the ruins of its walls. It was in totally bad condition, damaged, dilapidated. But bats lived inside, and the floor was covered with dust and droppings of the bats and other birds. The people of the village had stopped visiting the temple. One day after dusk, villagers heard the sound of a conch shell from the direction of the temple. They thought perhaps someone had installed an image in the shrine and was performing the evening worship. Hearing the sound of that conch, all of them, they thought, okay, now somebody has started taking care of this temple. Some image must have been installed and somebody must have started worshipping the image. Then they thought, one of them, they all gathered near the temple. One of them softly opened the door and saw this Podo, Padmalochan, standing in a corner blowing the conch. He was just blowing the conch, just like that. No installed image inside. The place had not even been cleaned. Everything was in a mess. And this Podo, calmly, he was blowing the conch. No image has been set up. The temple hadn't been swept and washed. The filth and dirt lay everywhere. Then that man shouted to Podo, "You have set up no image here within the shrine, O fool. Blowing the conch, you simply make confusion worse confounded. Day and night, 11 bats scream there incessantly." The 11 bats referred to are the 5 senses, the 5 organs, and the mind. These 11 bats, they are playing havoc inside that old dilapidated house. This is the old dilapidated house each one of us carrying with us. And Sri Ramakrishna says, first, put up God over there. You first establish God in that shrine. You create a holy atmosphere within you. And then you start doing anything that you want. Then start the worship. Before cleaning the house, before cleaning the temple, before washing the floor, before removing these 11 bats, you are not, before controlling these 11 bats, get rid of them. Get rid of the 5 senses with their attachment to the sense objects. Get rid of that attachment. Put your instruments in order. God has given us the 5 instruments. Put them in order so that you can use them only for the holy purposes. And the mind, of course, the ultimate destroyer. Mind can be the best friend, mind can be the worst enemy. So Sri Ramakrishna says, take care of these 11 bats, clean the house, and then establish the image. Install the image in the shrine of heart, and then you start doing it. So that was the story that Sri Ramakrishna had told, and ending it with his words. There is no use in merely making a noise if you want to establish the deity in the shrine of your heart. Simple blabbering is not going to take you anywhere. First establish, first install the deity in your heart, and then you take up. if you want to realize God. Otherwise, God realization is impossible if you are not taking care of your inner shrine. First of all, purify the mind. In the pure heart, God takes his seat. One cannot bring the holy image into the temple if the droppings of bats are all around, the 11 bats. The 11 bats are our 11 organs. 5 organs of action, 5 organs of perception, the senses, and the mind. So we have to be fully in control of these 11 bats so they don't make any mess in the inner shrine at all. Before that, clean it. Purify the heart. Purify your whole being. Clean the place. And then install the image, install the deity in the shrine of our hearts. And then only then Sri Ramakrishna says you will be able to realize the God, you will be able to become one with the God through any of the attitudes that he has suggested. So that was Sri Ramakrishna's teaching today of invoking the deity in the heart and praying to God, praying to God to become one with him, praying to God to get the God realization. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swamiji.